So good morning and welcome back to the Carbonair channel. Today is the day we do our TT run to the Isle of Man. We have got the blue and the red monkey today. We're not expecting to do such a mileage like we did in the UK tour or the EU tour, but we're definitely expecting to do some miles. Today we've got to make it all the way up to Liverpool, and then from there we'll be catching the ferry over to the Isle of Man. Reese has got himself a few new toys.
Yeah, new front rack.
Front
rack.
Which should help out because he's literally got like that bait beam rack on the back.
Oh, well, we've extended that a bit more. More U-bolts. Keep on, had every trip had another couple of U-bolts.
You can keep an eye on how many trips it's been on by the amount of U-bolts.
Yeah, it's like counting the rings in a tree. Yeah.
I added this back bit on mine, hoping to carry the tent and stuff on the back side, but all the more valuable bits trapped on the middle. But otherwise the bikes, like we say, are all clean and ready to go. Mine could have done with a bit more cleaning. Reese is really showing mine up.
Rain is very likely looking at this these clouds. But we're what we're going to do, we're going to hit the A34. We're obviously from down south towards Portsmouth direction. It's
about a 250 mile sort of trip. In a car it's averaging about 4.5 hours. On the monkeys loaded it's going to take us a little while longer,
allowing 6 to 8.
Yeah. So we're going to pack the bikes up, get our skates on and do some monkeys. Started to get some of the baggage on. Here we go again, take two. Reese is just filling up one of the spares. I do have a funnel if we wanted to be professionals, but no, you know it's going to overflow. It's just the way of it. We got more there.
There's a fly in there.
Oh, nice.
Monkey, I think it's hungry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so dirty in there. Okay, well, it's emergency.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, just matters a lot. Right, so there we are, we're all packed up, helmets on. We've got straight into the wet gear straight away because it is not nice out here. Bikes are packed. Reese has got a little bit more baggage than last time. That little chair fits in there quite nicely, mate. But he's quite lucky, he's got all waterproof bags and everything else to go with his gear. I have got all my GoPros and everything else and all the bits and pieces needed. So we're looking to leave right now. To be fair, we was wanting to leave at 10. It's about 10:30 now. We've got about 250 miles to do until we hit Liverpool. And then from there we will sort out getting onto the ferry. Reese is in leading of which way we go and how we get there. I'm in control of making the documentary. So on this lovely weather, let's do this and go on a monkey trip. So we're on the bikes, we're loading. We're just going to reset the tripometer so we can get back to where we are. Right, we'll do trip A, I think. There we go. So we're starting with no miles. We are now all on the bikes, ready to face this lovely weather on our journey. It's going to be epic. I don't care if it's raining or it's sunny. We're going out monkeys, two brothers on the road. Let's do this. Ready for the first mile on our trip. to start the journey. It is absolutely murdering it down. Reese's clutch is slipping. Oh no, but you know, the rain, the sun, it's all part of the action. We're just gonna get on with it, have a brilliant time anyway. So let's put some more miles on. Well, there we go. Oh, that was a wet, very wet hack. Oh my god. What do you reckon, Reese?
Oh. Shit.
You're looking a little wet there, mate.
My boot is completely full of water.
Oh, can you not tuck?
I've got a hole, and these came up. The waterproof's come up over the boot.
Not gonna lie, I feel like I've got a wet crotch, but I don't know until I look. But they're nice and clean at least, like really clean. But that was a bit of a hack. My speedo's saying we've done 125, although they are a bit out on this bike. What are we reading on yours, Reese?
Something similar.
Something similar, that'll do then. But otherwise we still got all the bags on the back. Yeah, everything seems to be going okay. One of them smells a little warm. I'm guessing that's Reese's, because my trusty 5-speed I don't seem to get no problems with, and Reese's does every time. I wonder how his filter's doing, because that was a problem last time and it's still the same. Obviously I changed mine up into this box here and she's lovely and dry down inside there. But other than that, they seem to be doing really well. We're going to get ourselves a coffee, go for a wee, probably while we're here put in a bit more fuel. But I've got to admit, I'm not very cold, I'm quite alright, but Reese is now, he's got wet.
I ain't cold.
Oh, you're not cold?
No, but I'm absolutely soaking wet. Well, one of my boots is completely full of water.
It's just that thing, you know, the first like hour into the trip, well we are a few hours in now, and then you go and get that wet that you're like, oh great, I've got a week of this. We've only done about an hour, 2 hours on the ride, and I've got a wet crotch. Reese has got a wet foot, bum, leg, and I think everything else. I think his waterproof's massively failed him. But we're going to get a coffee here, try and dry our gloves off a little bit, and I brought some, what are they called? Rubber gloves. So we're going to put them on, then the gloves on, and we'll be cushy. We're here in Starbucks. Reese is having a little ponder on life, I think, more than anything else. 2 coffees.
Plain, please.
It's Reese.
Thank you.
Carbonair, should have said.
Yeah, Carbonair. There we go. Coffee's sorted. So, we've obviously come from, where are we? Portsmouth down there. And we are currently up the M40 there. So we got to go past Birmingham. We're going to go round the M42 I think it was, and then up to Liverpool. So I know the map's not to scale, so we're about halfway, So far we've been on the throttle for about 3 hours. But yeah, let's see if we can get a little closer to Liverpool. Well, Reece has had his boot on the hand dryer for like the best part of the whole time we've been here, trying to get that done, bless him. But it's not fun, is it? Riding with a bit of a wet boot, you're like, just puts a down on it. And also I'm a big believer, you get wet feet and they get cold, you start getting ill. I swear that's where it all stems from. No doctor. But anyway, we are now just getting back into the waterproofs. And we're going to head back to the bikes, saddle up, throttle on. Reece has left his sweeties unattended. Oh, can't even get one out. Oh, look at this. Don't even know what it is. He'll never know. Well, until he watches the video. There we go. So we are settled and we are fed and we are watered. And now we're getting back out onto the bikes to carry on this trip. Oh, and what's that I see? Look what I've found. He doesn't want to come out of the rain. Get on up, boy. Come on. Oh, look at him taking his time. We've only got a ferry to catch. So we're already bumping into others that are doing the exact same trip as us, going over to the Isle of Man for the TT. There's another camper all packed up with his bags. Absolutely loved us on the little monkeys, bless him. Oh, we've just had an Evel Knievel drive past, or ride past. Yeah, gonna see a fair few I think on the way up there. There he is.
Hurry up, mate.
Hurry up. You hurry up, more like. You just can't go anywhere on these bikes without people getting excited about them. So start bikes, go get fuel. I think that's... Didn't use too much fuel in the end. Mind you, it's blooming expensive. 4 litres, it's not too bad. Again, where we're running so heavy, it is using a bit more fuel than it normally does. What did Reece get in? Oh look, we're not far behind. 3.91. Not bad, not bad. So Reece has been having a little bit of trouble with clutch, and we have just found
this return spring on the actuator arm is unloose. You're supposed to push it back to take the clutch off.
You can see the witness mark where it's scratched over.
So it's probably me just trying to force it on then.
Yeah, probably. Now, let's get that sorted. Spring all back on. Other than this, the bike's been doing pretty well so far today. Just adjusted it back on the handlebar. Hopefully that is a little bit better for him, because we're losing a lot of time where we're just snail pacing so we don't slide his clutch out. So much weight, it is so horrible, it is so twitchy and top heavy. But once we're there, I can unload it all and take the rack off and enjoy the bike without any of it on, because I'll just leave it all in the tent. So that's my game plan. I think Reece is leaving his on, but in all honesty his racks are quite small, mine's quite a planet. There we go, so we're all fueled back up. Well, as I say, we've got about 125 miles left to do, give or take. So another, I don't know, 3 hours on the throttle, we should be up in Liverpool. we were going. So we're going on to the M6 toll now. Next leg of the course completed. So that was definitely an escapade. It definitely said £3.50 for a bike. I was wondering if it was seeing the number plate of the car behind. Oh well, done it now. So that's me and Reese through. Put some more miles on these bikes. So here we are at the next stop. We just need a wee break, I think. We've done another couple of hours on the throttle. We're now out on my speedo saying 205 miles. I don't think you can see. So let's go and unwater. So the only problem with needing to keep going for a wee, how'd you get out? You're like, you have to debuild just to do it, and then you have to rebuild. It's like a right nightmare. Well, it ain't letting off the rain today. It is just going to keep going, I think. So we've had our little break. There's the bikes. We've got some fellow TT riders over there. Oh, how's the clutch doing, Reese?
Better.
Better. You off to the TT as well, sir?
Huh?
Said you off to the TT as well?
No, just on the charity run.
Just on a charity run. That's why we keep seeing all the Elvises. What's the charity for? If you don't mind?
Elvis is Evil Knievel.
Yeah. Awesome.
NSPCCs.
There's a jump over there. We'll get you on video in a minute. Thank you, pal. Oh. So we've got about 50 miles left to do now. I think we just swallow this last 50 miles, another hour or so on the bike. And from there we can go get some chow. Reese just pointed out to me, I said the guy was Elvis. Obviously it's Evil Knievel. I got the jump bit right, but God knows where I got Elvis from. It's just been a long wet ride. Oh, but as you can see, we're smiling, we're having a laugh. Oh yeah, I set the alarm as well. The hardest bit is definitely getting your leg over the bike. When you've got all that much baggage, you just can't throw your leg over it. I know they're already small, I should stop moaning really. Here's the demo. And he's on. Oh dear. thermo is now reading 264. I know they're out a little bit, guys, but it's the best I've got to go off by now. It's not a heck of a lot of miles to Liverpool, but damn, with this wind and this rain, it is really adding an extra 1,100 million miles to the trip. Just as well, look, I thought I'd point out, I have mirrors, so no one can moan this time. That was all courtesy of Reese. He bought them and then he went back to his ones. I found my ones and they were smashed in the box, and I was like, damn.
That was absolutely savage, to be fair, wasn't it? Brutal wind, and we've had non-stop torrential rain almost the entire, whatever, 6 hours that's just been.
It's just, yeah.
All the way through now.
You can't ever say, oh, it's easy, I'll do it. Give it a go.
We're battling, clutch slipping.
Yeah, the clutches seem to be getting, well, the bikes in general are getting quite hot. I think it's
overloaded.
a bit, yeah, we are definitely heavier than we were in the UK tour. Then we also have the winds against us heavily, we have the weather situation, and we have the lorries. Every time the lorries get round us, it just pulls you right over across the lanes. To be fair, it feels like putting the brakes on when you hit a certain bit coming off the back of them. But it's all still fun.
Oh yeah.
It's that moment again where you've got to get out of all the gear just to be able to go for a wee. Oh, we'll be pros at it by the end of today though. So we haven't stopped here very long, I must admit. We have found a pub down the road which has radiators in it, heaters in it. It doesn't have a fireplace though. To be able to go to the one with a fireplace, we would have had to travel like another 20 minutes the wrong way to then 20 minutes back, and at the moment we are still 20 miles away from the ferry. So it'd probably be about a 40-minute ride. It's just not worth it. So we're going to stop at this pub. I mean, we're catching our ferry. It leaves at 1:30 in the morning. It's currently about 7 o'clock in the evening at the moment. We have to clock in there though at 11 o'clock. So we've got about 3 hours we need to kill. So I think it'd be worth going to the pub, getting some good grub, getting some good food in us, drying off a little bit. Hopefully there's somewhere good to put the bikes. And of course, it wouldn't be right if we didn't tag all the spots we've been to. Today has just been road bashing. Not the most interesting episode maybe, but this is how the real trips happen. See him? Because he's got a lot of really long hair. I reckon that's what makes him take so long. I don't know. I do know he is blooming wet. His foot is sogging. He had his shoes off a minute ago. He was up mopping the floor for free. Might be able to charge him out of that. To be fair, even when we get across on the ferry, it's at 1 in the morning that it leaves. So we're meant to arrive, because it's apparently 3.5 hours on the ferry. Oh, 2.5 hours on the ferry. Didn't I see an arrival time at something like 4:30?
4.
At 4, yeah. So at 4 o'clock we shall get off the ferry. Then we got to go find our campsite and then put our tents up. I mean, it's going to be like 5-6 o'clock by the time we get everything set up and finally get some shut-eye. So we'll be a little bit late starting, I reckon, tomorrow morning, but no point burning yourself out on the first day, is there? So while we're here, we're all suited and booted, back on the bikes, but we're going to grab some fuel while we're here. We're down to like 1 dot. Oh, fuel everywhere. I'm going to do this one-handed, is actually quite hard. Look at that. Drink up, little monkey. Of course, we've got the E5. Oh, I'll keep this one's quite hard to control. It's weird because it just keeps going and going and going. You're like, oh no, there you go, that is the end. Right, there we go, she's full. Oh, so with that, let's go pay, let's get back on that road and get to that pub. My insurance details, it's 0121 do one. Right.
Let's get to the pub and get some grub.
Let's do this.
to the pub and get some grub.
That did make me laugh in the first episode of the UK series. Let's go to the pub, get some grub. We're here. We might be a bit cold. We might be a little bit wet, well, very wet. And it might have been a bit of a traipse. But we're having fun, in we, Reese? Yeah. We, like I say, we're in Warrington, I do believe, right now. Yeah. So we asked the very nice lady who was setting us at our tables if we could see the bikes. And there they are. So we are at the Skymaster in Warrington, and David, the owner, has given us a couple of free beers and meals. Aren't we lucky? And we are taking full advantage. We've got the bit sofa on charge. And we're basically just drying out, chilling out. We've got a couple of hours until we have to get ready and get in line for the ferry. So what better way to spend the time than to have a couple of 2 beers, have a nice meal, and keep dry for 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Oh, the bikes, as I say, just out there so we can keep an eye on them, make sure there's no thieves. Once we get the ferry, I think I've already been through this, but we will look to put all our tents up when we arrive, and it's looking about like a 6 o'clock in the morning bedtime for me and Reese. So we'll get a couple of hours and then we'll show you all about the TT tomorrow. It's the first time for both of us too,
Yeah.
to be fair.
No racing, just practice day tomorrow. So we're going to use the advantage of the roads not being closed for very long to explore the island, I think, tomorrow.
You've got to have a look around, haven't you? We've never been there before. We've got to take in all the sights, all the images, and all of the views. That was 3 words that are all the same thing. You like that, don't you? So I did promise David I'd share with you all what we're eating. So we've got the mac and cheese, very nice, looks very nice. And we've got the spicy chicken burger with nice cut fries. Reese's mac and cheese is already destroyed. Yeah, so I'm going to eat my food, alright?
Waiting on Ian again. He's disappeared to the toilet. He's been gone for a long time. I think he's having a poop. If you've heard that I've been in the toilet a lot, it's because I've been drying my boots, and the Dyson hand dryers work extremely well for that. Actually, look. Actually, I can see Ian here. There he is. See him there? Yeah. Here he is.
Hello. So, now we've eaten. I'm so tired, I've had enough. But now we're just putting on the wet gear. Oh, to do the last 20 miles to the ferry. It's been quite nice out here, to be honest. Oh, but we must crack on with the monkey trip. So, it is getting very dark out there, and GoPros and all of the other manners of cameras don't do too well in the dark. I have got the Creators Edition, but it's obviously not for movement, it's for sitting there. So I think we'll swap over to that camera when we hit the ferry. But until then, enjoy the dark road scenes. Let's see what happens. Cheers guys, thanks very much. Thank you. Oh. Right. So we're back out to get onto the road now, and that was some lovely food. Thanks David, if you're watching this, leave us a comment, but your hospitality was amazing, pal. So if you're down this way guys and you're waiting for the ferry like we were, this is the place to come. Skymasters, the Skymaster. So yeah, Reese is already out. It's getting a little dark now, so it'll probably get to the end of the road scenes, but we literally have one more sitting on the bike now to hit the ferry port. Sat-nav says it is 16 miles away, so let's get our skates on, let's get over there. So I think we're pretty much here, don't we, Reese?
Yeah.
We're hopefully going to bump into a load of bikers, but they might not be as dumb as us and book a 1 in the morning ferry. Oh. A bit lost though.
No, I'm part of the operation with the TT. Yeah, straight down this road.
Yep.
Until you come to a mini roundabout. Turn right. Okay. You just go past Costco on your left. There's a mini roundabout. Turn right. We've terminal about 5 times tonight, so I've not had it yet for some reason.
Oh, thank you very much, pal.
Have a good one.
We've finally made it. I gotta admit, that was mega hard to find. When someone could have just put a signpost down the road, it would have just made total sense, but I guess they don't do that up here. Oh dear. Yeah, the sign's like this big. Like, oh. Should be sponsored by Specsavers to spot it. There we go, we finally found our way. It was a bit of a nightmare really, like I say. All that was needed was a couple of signposts and that would have had it all sorted. But I think now, maybe check the bikes, I don't know. So we'll soon see, let's get that done. So there we go, that's us safely at the ferry down at the ends of Liverpool. So hopefully we can get on soon. There are definitely a few bikes. Haha! Here we go. Bikes are loading on. So we're in queue, ready to go. Oh, we're a bit tired. There we go, bikes are all parked up. And they give you these cool little straps so your bike don't fall over.
Pretty awesome, isn't it? Two-story bike.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Look, we got bikes down there. We got bikes down that side, and then we got all of this bit up here. It's definitely themed for bikes, I think, this one. We're gonna go find somewhere to sit down, chill out now. We're on the ferry. It's about 3.5 hours, I think, over to the TT. Just depends, or should I say the Isle of Man, just depends on the weather and how choppy the sea is, so I'm told. They even give you these straps so you can tie your bikes up.
Sorry?
Yeah, of course. Gotta get my band on.
Band on, I need to put, yeah? Where is band? So when we reach the port, you disembark the last, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay?
Thank you. Woohoo, got a van. Oh, it's about, well, it's just gone 2 in the morning. Oh, so tired. Honestly, that ride in all that rain and that wind today with those lorries going past us. Oh, the drag. Actually, as they come up beside you, you get sucked into them. And then they go past you. It's not too bad apart from they spray you with all the water. And then as you come off the tail end, woof, you get hit by the wind and go the other way. It is quite sketchy. And then when you get one that overtakes you and then pulls in front and upsets your front airflow, then you got another one coming up the side and it just don't stop. And literally on those little bikes, you're getting pulled around. It is quite scary. But that be said, we're over that stage now. Now we're on this boring ferry. And we've got about another 2 odd hours, 2.5 hours on it. Hoping the campsite isn't too far from where we dock. I mean, everyone on the ferry is currently sleeping. Not me, I can't sleep in situations like this. Reese is still awake. We was just saying about putting the tents up. And Reese was like, can I just put it up now and I'll drag it along behind me? If he does, I think I'll be in there sleeping, to be honest. It is now 3:30 in the morning. And we have finally arrived. So we got the bands, so we have to wait to be called. Everybody else is making their way down there to their bikes. I think it's because we're on the upper level, so we need to let the bottom level cool out first. And then it's our turn. After this, we've got to go find our campsite. But first off, wait to be called and find the bike. So there we go, we're at the Isle of Man, ready for the TT. Tomorrow is practice day, but we got a little bit to do before tomorrow. So it's getting on about 4 o'clock in the morning now. We're just waiting for the ground lot to clear out, which is this lot as you see here. And then it's us lot up the top end with the wristbands to go next. So we're literally just waiting on our call. That is the call that we've been waiting for. So we're now able to go get our bikes. Reese has told me that the campsite is 9 minutes away. Get in there so we can get to setting those tents up and finally get some sleep. Hey, there they are. There they are, look at that. Absolutely perfect. Strapped in as well. Well, let's get ready then, eh? our campsite, and then we can start putting this tent up and finally get some shut-eye. Woo, what a day. Travel, travel and more travel, eh? But still, it's all part of the trip. Well, we made it. So we're at the campsite. Now we've got to figure out where our pitch and everything else is. We're so close. Bit dark, but here we are at the campsite. We've picked this little spot here. A little hard to see. I suppose the sun is actually starting to come back up now. So yeah, we've parked the bikes up here. We've got a nice little post so we can chain them up if we want to, but generally this bit here is quite flat, and so is the bit over there. So we're going to get to work putting the tents up, and then we can finally get some sleep. Reese's got his one up, I got my one up. Almost like daytime now. Oh, but for us on day one, that's all, folks.